back to the Dynamo Show. This is episode 39. I am your host, James Erdt, the chief architect of WOW for Dynamo Entrepreneur. And I'm here with a dear friend of mine, Mr. Ahmad Duranai.
Hello, James.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Yes, my friend. Good to have you on the show. I'm just watching your success, and you're just taking off, my friend. You know, you're writing books, and you're coaching, and you're doing all kinds of personal development stuff. But I know you came from the architecture industry. Correct?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, it was in 2006 that I attended a program called the Passion Test.
Oh.
And I discovered that.
Is that with
Jane Atwood?
Janet Atwood.
Janet Atwood.
That's right. That's
Chris
right.
Atwood. Yes.
Very good.
I discovered that beside architecture, I have other passions also that I would like to have, but they weren't anywhere in my life.
Okay.
So it was at that time that I started slowly to transition and to bring all those other things also into my life.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Very good. And was there any sort of adversities, or was there any big mountains you needed to climb?
Well, in the transition, no. But if I tell you, I was born in a small village, 120 kilometers south of Kabul in Afghanistan.
Okay. Okay.
But it is about 120 years behind in social development.
Okay.
Even to this day,
Do they have Instagram stories?
they don't have any. They don't even have running water in the houses. Even now, they don't have electricity.
Wow.
So, and it's a tribal area, and life is very rough there.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a family, like my father was a tribal elder and leader.
Okay.
And to reach to that level, you have to be very tough
Of course.
and dominant.
Yes.
So I grew up to be very shy and timid.
Oh, interesting.
And that was the biggest challenge
Did you
I had.
guys get along? Did you clash?
Yes, so in order to make him, proud of myself, I excelled in academics.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
I see. Over there or over here?
Over there, and that's
Okay.
how I got a scholarship to go to the American University of Beirut.
Yes.
And then I managed to come here based on my qualifications.
Do you go home? Do you visit ever?
I haven't been for quite some time there.
I know there's
but
some challenges over there currently.
I follow the events every.
I know you follow them
yes,
closely,
yeah,
and you know
yeah.
they're lucky to have somebody like you sharing what you share. So
Well,
I commend you for the work that you do.
Thank
You
you very
care to
much.
share a little bit about that?
Well, what I do is I'm a community activist here also.
Yes.
But I have close connection with a large group of people in Afghanistan
Yes.
who use what I have produced in terms of the programs, TV clips
Yep.
that are on YouTube.
YouTube, that's right.
In our own language,
Okay.
as well as the posts that I put on Facebook, and there
Yeah.
are people who follow them all the time. And currently I'm working on a project to have 51-hour TV programs to be broadcast from the national TV in Afghanistan.
Oh wow. A lot of shows.
Yes, that it's for
A
1
whole
year.
series, like a series.
whole series for 1 year.
What is the series called?
The series is called The Secrets of Success,
Oh, good.
and it will be in one of the Afghan national languages.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. When is
So,
that launching?
Well,
up
we have
next
put
year?
a proposal to the national TV,
Very
but
good.
the things are moving very slowly in
It takes
that
time.
part of the world. It takes
doesn't
time.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I mean, moving from architecture to
Yeah.
coaching, it's such a different, world. This has like very finite rules,
Yes.
and this is kind of rule-less, right? So we're kind of like expanding this
Yes.
world. Now, as a coach, what would you say if you were to share with, some of our viewers 3 nuggets of wisdom if other people wanted to get into coaching?
But if they want to get to coaching, one of the things they have to realize is that they have to be able to manage their own egos.
Their own egos.
Yes.
Okay.
Coming from architectural background, the architects are trained to have an inflated ego.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they won't be powerful enough to impose a particular order on nature
Yes.
and design
Yes.
in a certain way, right?
Dominant.
But when you become a coach, you have to manage to leash that ego and make it more manageable.
Yeah.
That will be lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is you have to come from a background of service.
Serving others.
Serving others.
Deserve, as our friend James McNeil, you know, deserve.
The more you serve, the more you deserve,
That's right.
as James McNeil says all the time. And the third lesson that I have learned is that you should look at how you impact the people, and always monitor how that people are impacted by what you do with them.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful. You know, to be the change first.
Exactly.
To guide and to inspire. We can't control anybody, really. You know, ultimately, all we can really do is empower ourselves and inspire the world. Share knowledge like you're sharing. A lot of these people, let's say, like in Afghanistan, they don't have access to a lot of this stuff.
That's correct.
So you're bringing that
Yeah.
access to them, and ultimately, you've already built the attention. You know, so you now have the attention of them and this large group of individuals there in order for you to distribute this information not only as a coach one-to-one, but now one-to-many.
That's
It's a
correct.
powerful vehicle,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Especially with the tools that we have nowadays, like all the social media. A lot of it is either free or very inexpensive.
Yes, and my focus is in Afghanistan and in the developing world is on the youth, because
They're our
they
future.
own the future.
That's right.
If they get all the tools that we use here for coaching and they have access to it, then they will be much better leaders than what those societies currently have.
100%, 100%. I actually love Afghani food. I had some. It was just over here on Ontario Street. What is the restaurant?
Watan.
Yeah, crazy. So, and I got a good buddy. He shares a lot of information with me about some of the stuff that's going on there and the turmoil that his own family went through. So, it's sad that, you know, the world has a lot of these little pockets right now, but it's great that people such as yourself care about those individuals enough to give them the tools. You know, the saying goes, you give a fish to a man or a woman, whatever he eats for a day. You know, you teach them how to fish, they eat for a lifetime. But when you teach the teachers how to teach the teachers, everybody eats.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So that's cool. So what's next on your journey?
So what I have done is, as you are aware, I'm the author of 2 books.
Yeah.
One of them became an international bestseller.
Yeah, congrats for that.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you. I have developed programs based on the content of those books.
Yeah.
And the TV project that I just mentioned is also based on.
So they're kind of tied in together.
Yes, tied in together.
Okay, cool.
And at the same time, I have 2 programs. One of them is called Success 101, and one of them is called Success Unlimited.
Okay.
That are geared for audiences here.
Okay.
And they're all based on my book, the Leadership Zone.
Very
and
cool.
yes.
Yeah, so the Leadership Zone by Ahmad Duranai. Very good.
Yeah,
Lessons from the front lines.
Yes, these are the front lines of personal development.
Very cool.
Thank you very much. So what I learned was when I was doing the transition, that actually there are invisible barriers that our parents and our society, our churches, schools, they create around us like a fortress to prevent from any harm.
Yeah.
But once we grow up, that fortress becomes a prison.
I was going to say that, sometimes a prison.
It becomes a prison.
In our mind. Right?
Exactly. So my book is focused on determining what those barriers are and how to crash through them. And then once you are outside, what routine you have to follow so that you don't slide back.
Coping mechanisms. And 30 seconds on your other book?
The other book is I'm the co-author of. It's Peeking Behind the Scenes, A Deliberate Path to Success. And this book has the story of several co-authors of how they reached their success.
I love it.
What was the journey that they had on their way to success.
Very cool.
So, by the way, mine is the first chapter.
Oh, good. So, like on a final note, how do they actually find you and connect with you if they're interested in collaborating with some of your stuff? Care to share with them quickly?
I have a website. It's called Duranet Enterprises, Duranet Enterprise. Duranet.ca actually is the website. The company that I have is Duranet Enterprises. In the website, we have information about our programs, and there is a special program, by the way, that am a business partner with our friend James McNeil.
I love
it's
it.
called Verbal Aikido,
Good stuff.
which is communication science, advanced communication science that tell people to communicate
Great title,
honestly, openly, respectfully, directly, with calm confidence and safe strength.
And you've done that today. Ahmad Duranai, this is the Dynamo Show. I am James Erdt. We'll be back right after this short commercial break.